I've known Mark for 5 years. He's been a friend, and he and his wife and his family are friends with my family. But also I know him as the president of my board at Fighting Pack.
I've known Mark for over 30 years. He and I's friendship goes back to our early teaching days together. We've known each other as coaches, as teachers, as administrators. Our paths diverged for many years and then reconnected here in the Santa Maria Joint Union High School District 7 years ago when Mark came here.
I grew up in the Central Valley. I grew up in a farming town. So, riding along behind a tractor on a country road is no problem for me. I kind of enjoy that. As I told my staff in Taft, which was the job I had before I came to Santa Maria, anytime you have an opportunity to go to work in a community that has its own barbecue style, I said, you have to jump at that opportunity. So for me, coming here, I think was a real natural fit. Obviously, it was a high school district, and that was what I was comfortable with.
I can tell you that when Mark got here, Mark was able to get us on the path of strategic planning before we had to create a local control accountability plan. When Mark came here, it was to establish Santa Maria Joint Union High School District as an innovative, progressive district, and he has absolutely accomplished that.
We're really excited about having the opportunity to do one-to-one devices for our students, the opportunity to bring PPS counselors on our campuses to work with kids, obviously our building projects around the city that people have an opportunity to see, but I also think the curriculum work that we've done in terms of working with our EL students, our redesignation, reclassification process that we've put in place, and our success in those areas have been really great.
This school district is one of the most innovative school districts when it comes to social emotional well-being of their students. They've worked with us and other counties to develop call foundations for success for foster youth. It's the envy of the whole state. Every time I go to a conference, they ask us what we're doing here in Santa Maria, and I tell them, and they're just amazed that we're able to do that for our high school students. And now we've extrapolated that to our homeless population, because Mark really cares about the underserved in our community.
I grew up in a family. My dad was a teacher. We had a lot of teachers in our family. When I started my career, I didn't really have any other goal than to be a teacher. It was a natural thing for me. I enjoyed working with kids, and it wasn't really until later that I recognized the lasting impact that has, across generations in some cases.
Leading leaders is one of those jobs that people don't understand how difficult it is, but Mark has been able to do that with such grace and humility. It's been fun to watch. As a leader who wants to lead leaders, I try to emulate a lot of the things that I see him doing in my own leadership style, and it's been an honor to work with him.
He is supportive, energetic, tireless in his efforts to make sure that the degree of attention and services that he provides are adequate for the job. I'm just happy for Mark. He's worked very hard during his career to get himself to this position. He's utterly and completely deserving of this award. I can think of no other public servant that I think is more deserving than Mark. But primarily, I'm just happy for him on his retirement. He deserves it, and I know he's gonna make the most of it like he does everything else.
I mean, you look at Robert's contribution, to the community. You look at the other people on the list, like Bruno and Larry Lavignino and Alex Posada, and all the people that have really been just an integral part of the community for years and years and years. And for the opportunity to be on that list is really an honor.